Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show. John Murphy with my radio partner, Eric Wood, as we go inside the film room, a segment that we call Choppin' Wood. Good to be with you, Eric. The Bills in really good shape now, 6-2 after the win over Washington in a game that featured two Hall of Fame running backs, right? Frank Gore and Adrian Peterson. It was the Bills rookie Devin Singletary who really made the biggest splash in that game.
He did, and for the first time all year, he got a great amount of touches in this game, and Bills fans were clamoring for this for weeks. And I think part of it was early in the season, you don't want to throw your rookie into the fire too soon, and then coming off the hamstring, they didn't want to overexpose him, but he finally got the touches that everybody was looking for.
95 yards on the ground. Let's take a look at some of Singletary's plays, and we'll start with a big screen pass. This one goes for 49 yards.
Yeah, this was a 2nd and 7 play, so oftentimes as a defensive lineman, you're thinking pass rush. So the defensive line gets up the field, and the Bills' offensive line does a great job getting out in space, and then Devin Singletary shows off his vision. He has great vision, he has great footwork, balance, and he made just a number of Washington Redskins defenders miss on their tackles, and I absolutely love John Feliciano's effort. I mean, he is almost 50 yards down the field throwing a block along the Bills sideline. That is phenomenal effort from number 76.
You know, on draft day, the Bills weren't sure how Singletary might work in the passing game. He works. He does well in the passing game.
He does, and FAU didn't use him a whole lot in the passing game. And in his career at FAU, he had 66 touchdowns. Very, very productive. Just not a whole lot through the air.
Now, we knew coming in that Motor Singletary had some dynamic movement skills, and after the game, Cole Beasley complimented his wiggle, and he showed it off in this run in the second quarter here.
Montrez Sweat spills the play. So he comes down and he spills Dawson Knox trying to kick him out. That gives Devin Singletary the read to go outside of him and right in the hole. Makes a guy just buckle to his knees. It's not necessarily a broken tackle. He just shakes him out of his shoes.
All right, finally, let's take a look at Singletary's touchdown to seal the victory. He really does have a nose for the end zone, doesn't he?
He does, and on this play, the Bills are going to simply run inside zone, and they do it with a read. So the read holds the backside defensive end, and the defensive end to the top of the screen peeks inside, and Devin Singletary does a great job of making him pay for not using his leverage on the outside on Deion Dawkins, and goes in for an easy score.
All right, Eric, let's switch to this week's opponents, the Cleveland Browns. Their season has not gone according to plan, obviously, but they have a young workhorse running back of their own, Nick Chubb. Let's take a look at one of his touchdowns against the Ravens.
Yeah, so when you think of the Cleveland Browns this year, you're thinking Baker Mayfield, you're thinking Jarvis Landry, you're thinking Odell Beckham Jr., but Nick Chubb has over 800 yards on the ground this year, and he has been extremely productive against Baltimore, their best win of the season for Cleveland. He had a very productive day, over 100 yards. And here, you see on a simple zone, he makes two guys miss, and he can truly make you pay on his way to the end zone.
He's got great vision. He's got good contact balance. He also has demonstrated some home run speed, and he's shown that since the Browns picked him up in 2018.
Here, we see Nick Chubb against a good Baltimore defense go 88 yards to the house, and here he simply breaks away from the defense, and no one's getting close to him here, truly showing off his speed.
And he's kind of one of those one-cut runners. He demonstrated that against the Jets in week 2 as he gets a nice downhill run here that goes into the end zone.
Yeah, so this is a play you'll often see from Brian Daboll. You're running outside zone to the top of the screen with the jet sweep fake. The jet sweep holds the backside defensive end. The offensive line simply wants to get a bunch of lateral movement. One guy gets a seal, and you see it here from the center on the nose guard, and Nick Chubb simply makes a pay. And this is what the Bills have to be very careful with. And on the season, their one weakness on defense has been the susceptibility of the run defense, and they'll need to shore it up this week.
All right, Choppin' Wood with Eric Wood. Look forward to working the game with you this Sunday, Eric. Thanks very much.
Likewise.